16th City of Houston. We don't have any board members on Zoom, I don't believe. We do have members of the public on Zoom. Please identify yourself.
Jennifer Curley, City of Houston.
Jennifer, rules are for Zoom, segment first, please move to not speaking. Our first order of business is to approve the minutes from the April 24, 2024 meeting. Do I have a motion, please? Thank you. Second. Third. Judson, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Wonderful. We will suspend reinvestments under the 16th City of Houston meeting and call the order Uptown Development Authority. And rules, no board members present on Zoom. Members of the public present on Zoom. Jennifer?
Jennifer Curley, City of Houston.
Very much. We're gonna have a couple of comments from the public. Mr. Chiara, is that pronouncing it? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Okay, well, you've got a minute to tell yourself about why you want to speak to us.
Hey, thank you, everyone, and I appreciate you having me today. My name is Steven Shira, and I work for Central Force, which is a company we're based out of Houston that we do security, surveillance, video as a service. And we support different management districts. We do a lot of work with the Near Northwest Management District, for example, in supporting local law enforcement, whether that be HPD or Harris County Sheriff's Office in safety initiatives. If there's let's say a centralized concentrated activity of crime, we might work with HPD to set up one of our units there and help support their operations. So that's one side of what we do. And then the other side of what we do is on the commercial retail side, we do like parking lot surveillance and use AI technology to help vehicle break-ins. And our technology has been very successful in reducing vehicle break-ins all over Houston. So I appreciate you making time for me today. And I'm basically just here to listen and really want to understand the type of things you guys are doing.
Okay, I'd like to invite you to come back and do the TJ and I, heads up for security, Michael Moore, president, so let's bring in a whole presentation.
Thank you, Michael, very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Michael, you've got a couple of them.
Yes, I do. First, we like to start a new tradition of new restaurants coming into the district and the TIRZ. We had a new Taco Deli just moved in right down here. Yellow sign, Taco Deli. I eat there once or twice a week.
I see Mr. Moore all the time. First of all, thank you all very much again. I know I see a few faces I saw last time, but I definitely appreciate the new faces in here. We are Taco Deli. We're a new taco company out of Austin. We've been around 25 years so far, and we're very happy to be out here in Houston. We have one location on Washington. This is our first one, and it's kind of our premier location. A little bit nicer inside and a little bit more variety for us. Everything that we do is all Texas sourced. Nothing comes outside of Texas, and we are a scratch made kitchen. The only thing we have inside of our kitchen that comes in a can is our tomato puree. Other than that, everything comes in fresh for us every day. We get a chance to visit all of our farms, all of our ranches, so we're very involved in where our food comes from, and it's a deep passion that we have for it. So a little different from other taco places that are around, but again, we're very thankful to be in the area and very appreciative to be able to come here and feed you guys today. So we have
The vegan one is really good, and it's hard to make vegan food taste.
100%. So we have those 6 different varieties of vegetarian and vegan tacos. We do that so we can try to feed as many people as possible. We know there's lots of different tastes, lots of different factors that go into that. So we definitely try to accompany all of that for you. So I definitely appreciate it. I'm a big sweet potato proponent. I love it. I make sweet potato pancakes, so I just think sweet potatoes that we use there. I just get some extra steak on with me. But I do have a vegan one over there. I also have chicken, and I also have a braised beef cheek that we use. It's a Wagyu beef that we use out of one of our ranches down south. We'll be visiting next month, so I'm looking forward to that. So yes, please come and see us. Any questions that you have, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. I'm there pretty much every single day. I'm the assistant general manager. So anything you need, just let me know. We're here to take care of you. Please come by and see me, or I'll bring it to you.
Your hours, we open every day?
We're open Monday through Sunday. We're open 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and Saturdays and Sundays, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We serve breakfast tacos until 11 o'clock on weekdays, and we serve breakfast tacos until 3 o'clock on the weekends. So if we're out having a good time Friday or Saturday night, sleep in a little bit, you can still get breakfast in the morning, so don't worry about it.
You don't have to drive through Union.
We do not on this location. We are looking at some of our other locations for that when we open. So we are trying to get that, but, since everything's scratch made, it does take just a few minutes to make everything. So we don't want that line to get too crazy for you guys, that's all. We're not just passionate about food, we're passionate about the community, passionate about the people. And that's kind of where we focus everything on, our food and our customer service for you guys. So,
Thanks.
again, no, you're very welcome. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it.
We like to support the local businesses, we like to, we're supporting them through social media. Good luck.
No, here. Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate it. Anytime you guys need anything, please let me know. I'll be right here for you. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
Did I understand that you're open on Sunday?
Yes, ma'am. Sundays, it's 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, anytime you let them by.
Oh, well, 5 and 40 hours, because the person Sunday morning, we're always looking for information.
No, please come in and have brunch. If you come in around. So you start serving lunch around 11, so anytime after 11, you'll be able to get a little brunch action with breakfast. Lunch taco for you, but that can take care of you. I look forward to seeing you. I'll keep an eye out for you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'd like to announce that, during this time that we're losing two of our staff. Robert Tommy, who's not here today, he decided to take his last 2 weeks, or last week on vacation. And he's, on a wave runner right now in Lake Livingston with his grandkids. I called him yesterday and you could hear the water splashing and the kids screaming in the background. It's kind of nice. Robert's been there 24 years, so in 2000, he led a construction effort to transform uptown, new streets, sidewalk infrastructure, post-up floor, landfill, post-up line, medical line, Guilford Court, first state. He built trust with the city of Houston, the textiles and others. And he's actually helped the city of Houston unthinkable because San Philip, we did it. And he did it efficiently. He'll be coming back a little bit to help us finish out Wilson Building as a contractor, but he was retired as the district and the one minute, he's with his wife Dana up at their home in Livingston. We'll see him again. We're going to do a lunch for him with some contractors. The next one is Talia. Talia has been here for 7 years. She came here from Baylor University. Go Bears. She helped, she's instrumental in creating a strong social media presence for Uptown. Talia and Hannah and Delia have been, along with Bob, have been the face of Uptown with retailers, restaurants. They go in, they take video pictures, they put them up on Instagram, all the social media, I know Doctor on all those platforms. They, Facebook, everything. We, thank you for building our presence. We wish you luck. She's going. We had to practice a couple of years to get into Duke University, and she got in her MBA program, and she leaves in a couple of weeks. And so we're going to miss you. Thank you for everything you've done. You definitely want, when she graduates MBA, wants to come back to Houston. She's got her family and 4 sisters and a dog with her. So thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you.
Okay, first order of business, I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the April 24th, 2024 meeting, please.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Okay, great. We're going to turn it over to Shannon to review the quarterly investment report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. On page 4, you have the first of 2 pages for the UDA's quarterly investment report for the reporting period of March 1st, 2024. Oh, I'm sorry. That should be anyway, January 1st, 2024 through March 31st, 2024. The first page kind of looks at each of the fund accounts. The capital projects fund had just over $2.9 million for the reporting period. We had just over $1.2 million with Capital One Bank, and then Regions Bank, if you recall, is our new primary depository. We had just over $1.6 million for a total of 2.9. We are transitioning away from those Capital One accounts into Regions. In the middle section are our infrastructure fund accounts. Those reside primarily with our trustee for City of Houston and HISD increment funds. Those balances was just over $19.5 million in the infrastructure funds held with Bank of New York Mellon. The large portion of that are in debt service reserve funds to the tune of about $16.12 million. Lastly, we have our affordable housing funds. Again, we had just over $6.6 million with the housing funds. $6.3 million is in debt service reserve, and we hold that balance with Texas Capital Bank. And then just over 200,000 are in the trustee funds. If you recall, when we did the $100 million affordable housing issue back in 2021, Texas Capital Bank brought the private portion of that to the tune of almost 50 million. And we also left the debt service reserve and deposits there. The second page of this report kind of looks at those deposit balances that require collateral and or investments that are authorized and approved in our investment policy. For Capital One Bank, we had this again over $1.2 million, which was sufficiently collateralized between FDIC instruments of $250,000 and approved collateral in the form of governmental agency funds, securities, with Freddie Mac there just over $1 million. Regions Bank, the money that we have in those funds is insured by FDIC insurance, again, to the limit of $250,000. I will note that our investment and our relationship with Regions, they approached it differently, and we use sweep accounts where the balances that are not used for demand deposits in the checking are swept into an approved investment account, in this case, Morgan Stanley Government Fund, which is an approved investment because it is in short-term treasuries. So that is an investment, just over $1.5 million in approved investment, and the balance of those deposits are insured by FDIC. Again, Texas Capital Bank, it is a deposit account, and it is secured by letter of credit. And then lastly, the Bank of New York Mellon, those funds to the tune of $19.7 million, again, are in an approved investment account and a Dreyfus Treasury Prime Management cash mutual fund. The middle section speaks to compliance. The investment policy requires that the investment officer gets 10 hours of training every 2 years. We've updated this to reflect the new investment officer, who is Michael Moore, as of December 2023, and training was completed 10 hours in April of 2024. There were no other changes in terms of the approved bankers, brokers, and that. Are there questions or concerns regarding the quarterly report from January to March 31st, 2024?
Where did you have to go for the training?
Yeah.
Online.
Have you done that before?
About online training.
And the investment, but a different one. Yeah. Is it something that, required, I thought it's required, but do they tell you which one you gotta take, whoever they, if it's the city of Houston?
Well, you know, we do have a list of, there's a whole market out there. So there are different places that you can go and do this. This one was with the University of North Texas, their public management, which does that. Harris County has some, there are different organizations that offer that.
I'll tell you this, I learned more sitting down. Talking to Shannon and talking to our investment advisors, it's a regular thought. It's the basics.
You have to check a box and you go, yeah. Right. Thank you.
That was in the.
Okay, so I don't believe we have to do any action on that. No, that's for review purposes. So Shannon, now we've got some invoices to approve, please.
Yes, sir, that is page 6. We're presenting invoices for this period. We have just over 300,000 worth of reimbursements to the management district, which is primarily for admin fees, project management fees, and traffic, construction, and mobility. That's an annual payment. As far as the UDA contracts and work orders, We have just over $44,000. That's primarily to Andrews and Curry, who does our right-of-way, legal work, our, bond counsel and Allen Boone Humphrey. And then we have Aurora Technical Services, 37,000, and they're the construction manager on the Wilson Gully project. Also, we're asking, the board to authorize for July and August in the event we're not meeting, up to $150,000 for, these professional services contracts. Then we also have for our contract payments for construction projects, we have just over $550,000 to Harper Brothers, who is a construction company for the Wilson Gully project. And we're also making payments to Memorial Park Conservancy for ecological restoration, the second payment of two, for the total of $500,000 for FY '24. And then the sixth payment of 8 payments, in the space of the Land Bridge project where we're doing the prairie maintenance. All in all, with the authorization, we have before you just over $1,440,000 worth of, professional consultants and or contract. The page 7 and 8 is just, a little bit more information on those, costs presented to you. Are there questions or concerns about any more to you?
On those two with the Memorial Park Conservancy, or the land bridge, does that mean, what happens after you're through with that? I mean, isn't it their ongoing maintenance there, or does somebody else take over?
You know, it is ongoing maintenance, and you'll hear more about that with, Michael Gibbs.
Yeah, the answer is it is not ending.
Yes.
It is not ending. It is genuine.
You said second of two, and.
Well, we pay them annually. We're committed to $500,000 a year, and that, you know, you'll get more information about that.
Okay.
But there is a lot more to say.
Okay.
Good question.
That's very good.
Very good.
Are there any questions or other questions on this time?
No, okay, then could I get a motion to approve payment of invoices? So moved. Second, thank you. All in favor, please say aye. Right, okay, Shannon, we're gonna stay with you for the MWDB report.
All right, thank you, sir. We're also presenting the MWDBE report, updating it with the payments that we're presenting to you. Page 9, the top portion is the cumulative, performance for MWDBE goals, 41% for professional with a 24% goal. Construction, we're at 24%, cumulative with a 17% goal. The bottom section looks at this particular fiscal year, FY '24 year to date. We can see that for professional, we're at 56%, and then construction, 39%. And then the following pages, this gives a little bit more, graphical information for, those goals.
Okay, thank you. Is there questions about that? If not, I'm gonna go turn to the investment policy.
Okay, thank you. On page 15, we have first the summary kind of overview matrix that we did to try and help move through the sections and any updates if necessary. We will note here that in section 301, where we established the investment officer, we did update the policy to Michael Moore as a new investment officer for the TIRZ. And so that is the only change that we've made to this policy. All the other sections remain the same. If you have questions or comments about that. No. Otherwise, it is part of our policy and law to have the board review this policy each.
And approved, so if there are no questions, if I have a motion to approve, please. So in the section. Thank you. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Okay, next we're gonna turn to not just authorizing the audit, but to approve engaging for the audit for 2023-2024. Then you want to just kind of walk through that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Page 31, we'd like to request your authorization to engage Carvis and Ingram for our FY 23-24 audit. The price for this year is $28,000, up from $26,200 in the previous year. If you recall, back in 21, or actually in 20, they started in 21. We went through a whole request for proposal process. Carridge and Ingram won that proposal. They were the most cost effective. They had expertise with the downtown district in TIRZ, as well as Midtown. And they've been a great audit partner. We do recommend that we engage them again for this year. And they've given us a price on the next few years.
It goes up each year.
It's up 28,000, up a little bit from last year, and I think in the 24-25, it goes up by another $1,000. And I went back to look at the proposals that we got back in 21. You know, we were with Whitley paying for a long time, and even these prices in this extended 2-year from the 3-year engagement is kind of lower than the cost that we got for this year. So they gave us a very good price. They've been a good partner.
They always give us 2-year pricing, or at least guarantee that.
Yeah, we did the 3-year set price and then for 2 additional years, and that's how we put it in the RFP. So after these 2 years, then I'll have to go back and either do a full-fledged RFP or at least do some spot checks and see some proposals from some other firms. Or, yeah.
Questions? I have a motion to approve engaging, authorizing and engaging car rigs and Ingram for the fiscal year 2023-2024. Second. In favor? Aye. It is approved. Okay. More. We talked about the budget.
All right. Well, we passed the budget and a couple months ago,
April?
April, I said we might come back with some changes after conversation with Memorial Park, and we have had some changes. We're asking you to amend the budget. We still have, I had the same slide up last time. We are committed to our, the tri-party agreement with Memorial Park Conservancy and the Kinder Foundation. We need to fulfill this commitment over a longer period of time due to economic trends. Remember last time I showed you those graphs about the tax rate going down and the valuation's flat, so money coming in was flat across the board. I don't have those slides. I'm trying to keep it a little shorter this time. Other top priority is to keep the green space maintenance fully funded during the current budget year. We spent a lot of money. Uptown has spent from the beginning over $70 million on Memorial Park. Land Bridge, Eastern Glades, other projects. We have to keep the green space maintenance going. If we don't have green space maintenance, everything deteriorates. So top priority is green space maintenance. We have to keep a healthy Indian fund balance at the end of each year. Here are the changes from the budget you saw previously, the ones in red. 6.14 million. We had needed to transfer 2.2 million from the district for Wilson's Gully into the UDA. So that's reflecting the 2.2 million transfer. It was a 3.9, I think, Shannon. So it goes up to 6.14. That's a transfer of 2.2 million. That's the first change. You'll see it comes down, fund balance of ending funds available, 14.5 million. I will note this, and I know Jennifer's listening, is that we have to add the municipal services fee at 4.91 million into what we submit to the city. It does not come ahead our obligations to developer agreements, tri-party agreements, and others. Those come before what we pay the municipal services fee. All right, here are the other changes. Waterwall Park. Our electric bill's gone up extensively for this year. We're at the end of year long contract with a 1-year agreement. We're going from 250,000 to 310,000 on that budget line item on Waterwall Park. UDA owns the Waterwall Park. We work with Hines. We pay Hines to upkeep it. We pay the electric bill. That's our most expensive electric bill, is Waterwall Park.
out of all the other bills, of the electric bills we have. And we have a lot of meters, believe it or not. The other, went up is the calculation on green space maintenance. There's two. And actually, let me go to the next slide. We're going up Memorial Park to 3.82. I'll show it in a different slide. Total CIP 10.44 million, ending fund balance 2.67. All right. This is Waterwall Park. We've seen these before. It has a 5-year CIP in it. We're going from 250 to 310. Hopefully we'll go back. Hopefully we'll go back down next year. We'll be able to negotiate a lower price. This is, you've seen this, you saw this last time. We have one last payment to TxDOT for the connection to the Northwest Transit Center and the Southern Transit Center. Here are the changes as far as Memorial Park. When we went back to Memorial Park, we originally had 750,000 for ecological restoration. They asked if we could go up. We have a good funding, ending fund balance that we talked about. Instead of, we were supposed to pay $5 million in 2025 for ecological restoration, one-time amount. We have pushed it out 1 million over 5 years. We had it even longer. We had 750,000 over a much longer period. They've asked us if we can do it, go up to 1 million. We said yes, as long as the board passes it. So there's a 750 to 1 million. Green space payment. There's a way you calculate, basically they use an escalator clause on green space maintenance every year. It's basically like an inflation. It's an index on employment. Stephen, what's it exactly called? Do you remember the escalator?
It's
Sorry,
it's an employment price index
So
for Harris County.
For Harris County.
Yeah.
Um, so there's a way you calculate it. They say we need, they give us the number. They calculated it wrong, earlier. It's 140,000 more, around roughly 130,000 more. So this was about 2.15 something. It's gone up to 3.3. So those two numbers changed, which brought this number up to 7072. Those are two of the changes. Beginning fund balance change. We have more money in the fund balance. Ending fund balance, remember I said that 2.665. This is including, this is if we pay the entire municipal services. We're planning on paying 500,000. So we have to show it being paid for the entire. Any questions? Yes, please.
I know all these lights we have are solar panels, right?
These lights are not solar. They're not. They just look like they're solar panels. They have the light shoots up into it and reflects it onto the ground.
Oh, they were solar. One, John, down the line, post over to the sidewalk. Okay. Okay, never mind about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, is solar an option for any of this or any other alternative for the water wall?
We'll bring it into a maintenance meeting and try to talk about it. I don't know where you put them. You could probably put them on top of the on Heinz parking garage. We own the water wall property, the UDA does. Heinz, Invesco owns the parking garage. It'd have to be an Invesco, project. And they use it for the building. It's got a garage, so I don't know, we'll look into it. I would like to think so, but we need space. We don't own a lot, we own some small park spaces. We don't own a big flat space, like a parking garage, on top of parking. But it is something to think through, maybe we find parking.
I know it's not cheap to put those suckers in, but it's a long.
Yeah, and we're gonna be here for a long time.
We figure one.
Yeah. And maybe we can come in agreement, maybe there's, because we're a government entity, there's some fund we can tap into that, that Invesco or somebody that has a big parking lot cannot access through a partnership. We'll bring it back. Any other questions?
What's the net increase?
We got the-
Oh, that includes 1.5.
It's, 250 on the ecological restoration, about 145 on the, municipal services. I'm sorry, 145,000 on the, maintenance,
Most of the
and then the water wall. So, that good enough? Don't have it down the exact penny. but- Any other questions? Most of all the, our CIP money is going to the memorial park. Chairman?
Need a motion? I move. We authorize the amendment to the 24-25 budget. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Hey, Michael?
Projects, Hidalgo Park, is basically finished. We're going through the punch list. Clark, looks great. That's the rendering on the right. Here's what it looks like on the left. That's actual photo. The grass has really popped over the last couple of weeks. The fountain, we have some electrical connections that we have to fix. The power's not hitting it. I think they've corroded. So we're fixing, that's what it looked like on the rendering. This is what it looks like now. Once that fountain gets started. There's the green, there's the rendering. Ducks and fish are living in the pond. And you see these trees over here, there's in the rendering. Next stop will be putting trees on this area a little bit later when we finish up the landscaping for the 59-610 interchange. Which, by the way, they're finished with 59-610, all the big work's done. They're gonna do the landscaping, sidewalks, etc. But all the major all the lane work has been done for the interchange. That's a great thing. Wait till that fountain gets going. Thank you, Clark. Martin and Robert Park will finish in the next month and a half. Clark, is that correct?
Yes.
Gateway sign rings are up, on Post Oak Boulevard, Hidalgo, Westheimer, San Felipe, and also on, Uptown Boulevard. Hidalgo went in last weekend. JC's not here, Robert, but, it's a big project. You got cranes all over the place. You got these high tension cables you got to put on. That's Westheimer one going in. Uptown Park Boulevard already in.
It's like those spaceship with landing.
Now, remember, just a reminder, we had, the intersections got bigger at Westheimer and San Felipe, and also in the other rings we had were too heavy. We had to lighten the load, these are a lot lighter, aerodynamic, and so this is the one in San Felipe. We're going to in about a week or so, we're gonna look at the lighting changes. You can change the lights. So you can go purple, Dot, you might call you up and you can look out the building and you'll see orange, yellow, we'll change all the lighting on it. We're not gonna have it change fast because cars go through the intersection. Public safety, very important to us. We've had meetings with, we have regular meetings with HPD. I want to thank, Councilmember Huffman, who Brad Mashinsky's here. He's Director of Constituent Services. Raise your hand, Brad. We've got a great relationship with Councilmember Huffman. She's been a big supporter of ours. She helped us with overtime money and DRT money in the past. I expect it's coming again. Thank you for Councilmember Huffman. Thank you for everything she's done for us. We meet on a regular basis now with the big retail entities, with the assistant chief for Shears, the local commander. We've met with the past chief and the current chief, with our big retail partners, the Galleria, Dillard's, Uptown Park, Sasha Lemcourt Spot, sharing information on public safety and how they're doing their security, how we're doing our security, with TJ, who runs our off-duty officer program and traffic program. So we learn from each other, we share experiences. There are incidents. Uptown is one of the safest places in Houston. important to have HPD in here meeting with our retail because incidents do happen. And while other places have a harder time with crime, we have to get the attention sometimes of HPD to make sure we're an economic engine for the city. Millions and millions of sales tax, hotel tax, et cetera. Put in public safety. This is, want to give you all trends from time to time, whether bad or good. This is our biggest issue is motor vehicle thefts in Uptown. It's always the highest number on incidents. This is the grayish line compared is to 2023. The orange is 2024. We've seen a drop of the last 4 months of 31%. This is a trend. DJ and other police officers will tell you, your efforts help, but everybody, what retail does, what Uptown does with patrol, but sometimes it's outside factors. We're seeing a drop in crime all over the country. We're seeing it in big cities, but hopefully we're having an effect in everything we're doing. We have seen a 31% drop in theft from motor vehicles. We've also seen a 33% drop in the first 4 months compared to 23, and theft of motor vehicles, somebody actually stealing a car. These are the two biggest numbers that we see each week.
What are you putting this to?
Some of it's natural, some of it's the crime is going down, and some of it's people are doing a better job of patrols. We're catching, we have the flock cameras. We have the flock cameras, and sometimes it's gangs coming in here and feeling they can just come in and do what they want. And people are doing a better job. Eden's is doing a better job. Gallery's doing better. Galleria is seeing a 40% drop in their parking garages. In car break-ins, 40% drop. They're investing money in all the parking garages. They've got arms in the yellow lot now going in and out. They've got cameras in the other lot. They're painting them all. They're redoing new entrances. They've got the biggest police force in the area. So we're actually the district. We're actually raising the pay of our off-duty officers because we're lower than most other areas. So we're raising about 2.5. Raising up to $45 an hour.
And the block cameras, how do you attribute those to helping?
The flock cameras help the entire city. At some point, sometime, it's gonna hit a license plate that might be wanted downtown, might be wanted northeast, southeast, and stuff like that. But what it is, it's hitting, we're seeing a auto theft car that's is a suspect car. It has to come through here at some point. There are more flock cameras, according to the guys that run it at HPD. There are more flock cameras between 610 Beltway 8, I-10, and 59 West Park than any other place.
We just put them in on my street, which they're effective as long as somebody's watching the dead gun.
Well, that's not true because what is if there's a suspect car looking for, there's a license plate looking for, it'll pop in and hit the camera. You don't have to be watching them. I mean, I'm just right, it hits their phone. So it says that car you've been looking for, and also you can put in that, say somebody changes the license plate, but you're looking for a red Jeep with stickers in the back window or damaged bumper. And it'll pull up and you'll be able to see and they'll be able to say, okay, we got that phone. So it's helping the HPD swears by. It's an effective tool to be able to, you get one guy, one person or one ring, could stop 20 other incidents. So we're glad we're investing in it. We're glad we're up and everybody's up in there. The Kendall's old property down here, they've added those 3 cameras with the monitor cameras. I know Sasha Levine's, they've done more work, Eden's done more work, and then the gallery, and so it's a combined effort. And so we'd like to get everybody in the same room talking about 33% drop. Metro trains are changed their bus service, their headways increased from 12 minutes to 20 minutes. What that means is instead of a bus stopping 5 times an hour, stopping 3 times an hour. We think this is realistic. We've got about 1,000 boardings a day during the week. That number continues to rise. But and we're gonna watch it. We've got the two of the busiest lines, metro lines, in the city of Houston. Westheimer is the busiest, and then Richmond. So connecting them, is important, and having somebody getting off the bus. Most of our, the riders, the boardings are service employees. They're for the hospitality industry, the restaurants, they're the hotels, they work in the Galleria sector. So we think it's good, we're gonna watch it, we're having good conversations with Metro these days. They're also changed, they right-size the bus from an articulated diesel bus, replacing it with a Metro CNG. Compressed natural gas. Thank you, Steve. Compressed natural gas. We've asked them if they could paint them gray or silver. They're looking at it, but I'm not gonna say they're gonna paint. But, other developments, we've got, Crescent. We met with Crescent, big development Apache has sold, and 3 developers, John Goff, Doug Snitzer, and Leslie Doggett. It's being led by Crescent. We've already met with Crescent. It's gonna be 1.5 million square feet of hotel, retail, office, right there, with Apache property. And they're moving fast. They're gonna have a, landscape, an architect in the next month or two on board. Midway's moved from City Center. They moved from the City Center to the 3rd building over here in Post Oak Central. They're gonna end up moving once the tenant moves out of Post Oak 1, Post Oak Central 1. They're gonna move that. It's a big deal having Midway move here. And then last, Lyondell, we've been meeting with Heinz. Heinz is telling us it'll be between 1,000 and 1,200 employees when Lyondell move into Williams Tower. That's a big deal. We've got another tenant they're looking at signing there, so that's a lot of employees moving in 2025. And then the gallery, I mentioned it, they're investing a lot more in their garages, in their entrances, and also inside the gallery, not the main gallery, the other two.
Is Simon still on there?
It's Simon's #1 mall
And to give a representative on the other
on
board?
the district board. He's great. We've been meeting with them. They've got you're gonna really like what they do with the Albany. And that's about it. We're doing other things where, we've got an intern, Austin, who's not in the room. He's doing a great GIS. We're doing like an inventory of all the sidewalks, all the streets, where we need to fix. We're gonna put it on a GIS system. So that we can like see how many square feet of sidewalks we need to work on. Where we've got a green space issue, from a curb to a curb, from a curb to the sidewalk. He just, it's great what he's doing. We've got couple of other issues we're gonna look at changing out the police trucks next year. They've been old in 2009, 2017. So more and having the police cruising next year. Thank you, Chairman. Any questions?
Okay, we will now recess up County Development Authority meeting. We will reconvene. TIRZ meeting and we will adjourn. We have to go on number 16 and the County Development Authority. Thank you very much.